Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hi everyone, great to be here.
So today we're going to be diving into a grammar topic that I know can be a bit tricky for English learners,
Yeah, for sure.
and that is the present perfect continuous tense.
Oh, yes.
Now I know the name sounds kind of intimidating,
It does.
but trust me, it's actually not that complicated once you break it down.
Absolutely.
And it's such a useful tense to know because it really helps you to express yourself more accurately and fluently in English.
For sure, and it helps you sound more natural as well.
Exactly. So let's start by just getting a basic understanding of what the present perfect continuous tense is all about.
Okay, so basically the present perfect continuous tense is used to talk about actions that started in the past
Right.
and are still continuing in the present or have recently finished but have a present result.
Okay.
So it's like a bridge between the past and the present.
I like that, a bridge between the past and the present.
Yeah.
So can you give us like a simple example just to illustrate how this tense works?
Sure. So let's say you've been studying English for a few months now.
Okay.
You could use the present perfect continuous tense to say, I have been studying English for 3 months.
Okay.
And that shows that you started studying 3 months ago and you're still studying now.
Right, and that the action is ongoing.
Exactly.
So the key here is that the action started in the past, but it's still relevant to the present moment.
Yes, exactly. And to form the present perfect continuous tense, we use the structure have or has plus been plus the ing form of the verb.
Got it. Have or has plus been plus ing. So in our example, I have been studying.
Exactly.
So now I think it would be helpful to compare the present perfect continuous with the simple past tense, because I know a lot of learners get these two tenses confused.
Yeah, that's a common mistake.
So can you maybe explain the key difference between the two?
Sure, so the simple past tense is used to talk about completed actions in the past,
Right.
while the present perfect continuous is used for actions that started in the past and are still happening now, or have recently finished but still have a present result.
Okay, so the simple past is like a closed chapter,
Yeah,
and the present perfect continuous is more like a story that's still being written.
exactly.
So let's say you lived in Paris for a year, but you don't live there anymore.
Okay.
To talk about that experience, you would use the simple past and say, I lived in Paris for a year.
Right.
But if you're still living in Paris, you would use the present perfect continuous and say, I have been living in Paris for a year.
That's a great example.
But the choice of tense really depends on whether the action is finished or still continuing,
Exactly.
and whether it has a connection to the present.
Yes, precise.
Now, I'm also curious about this idea of the recent past that's often associated with the present perfect continuous.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Sure. So while it's true that the present perfect continuous is often used for actions that started recently,
Okay.
it's not always the case. Sometimes the action might have finished a while ago, but it still has a present effect.
Oh, I see.
For example, you might say, I have been cleaning the house all day. That's why I'm so tired.
Right.
So even though you finished cleaning a while ago, you're still feeling the effects of it now, which is why you're tired.
So the focus is on the present result of the past action.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And I think that's one of the things that makes the present perfect continuous such a nuanced tense. It really allows you to express the connection between the past and the present in a very specific way.
I agree, and I think it's also worth mentioning that the present perfect continuous is often used with time expressions like for and since.
Yeah, that's right.
For example, you could say, I have been studying English for 3 years, or I have been living in Paris since 2015.
Those are good examples, and using these time expressions helps to clarify the duration of the action
Exactly.
and to emphasize the connection to the present moment.
So just to kind of wrap things up, the present perfect continuous is a really useful tense for talking about actions that started in the past and are still continuing in the present or have recently finished but have a present result.
Yes.
And it's formed by using have or has plus been plus the ing form of the verb.
Exactly.
And remember to practice using this tense as much as possible, because the more you use it, the more natural it will become.
And the more confident you'll feel speaking English.
Absolutely. So keep learning, keep practicing, and keep having fun with English.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more grammar tips and tricks.
And check out the links in the description for additional resources.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.